what's up? It's the 1411141. Hi, say hi to your authentic self. Say what's up to your soul. It's the 411 Information Age. Welcome back to our channel. Yes, welcome back. Once again, I want to thank all my subscribers. All that I have, all 12 of you right now. I appreciate every one of you taking your time out your day to appreciate me, to go ahead and appreciate my time, and just helping me complete my soul mission. Welcome. 1,000 kisses to you and all to subscribe and all who's coming to see me later. Yes. But I want to jump into something really serious. Black History Month is something that is a definitely part of my authentic self. I really take heed to Black History Month, and Black History Month is a part of our past. Just like learning your authentic self, you can definitely grow from your past, or you can be broke down by your past. And learning your authentic self is something, as you look into the world, you look into the world and you know what I mean? Ooh, I like that. Ooh, that's me right there. You know what I mean? Or as you're growing up, you're seeing a representation of, you see your mom, dad working, you see grandpa, grandfathers, back in, my time. And, it helps you build, the history of, seeing some of the example of, But when you're talking about Black History Month and what happened, that's something serious. It's nothing to be forgotten. It's nothing to be swept under the rug. It's none of that. It's a part of me. I wouldn't even be here today. A lot of people worldwide, millions of people should be celebrating this month, because it's a very serious event that happened. That happened in our life. We can either learn from the past, like I told you, be brought up, and I definitely just want to be, have a recap of what happened. Back in our day, we didn't have the right to, to sit in the restaurants and stuff. We had to go to the back and eat. You think I had to go to the back and eat? What? You hear me? In these days, sit on the bus, Rosa Parks, she had to sit in the back of the bus. I understand, the back of the bus? No. And this is our days and our train of thought. But back in the day, history, is known to repeat itself. Okay, known to repeat itself in a sense, and that's something that we definitely don't want to be repeated. It's better to prepare than have to repair, because the damage has been done. The people that had their blood, sweat, tears, death, a form of disrespect, inhumane. Everything was going on back in the day, Today's days, we're spoiled. Rotten out this mouth, and we spoiled rotten. We got our rights that was granted. Now in these days, we can call the police and they'll be on our side. We'll be able to go to the grocery store and get whatever we need. We'll be able to, use the toiletries, in the proper manner, in the privacy of our own homes. Back in the day, it wasn't any of that. It wasn't any of that. I just wanted, I did a little history. I did a little history myself and looked it up. And, I wanted to just bring out some key points. White African European colonists in the 17 and 1800s had this fear of African Americans. That's where the idea comes. Everything is ran off an idea. You know, ideas came along, you know what I mean? Either they're, acceptable to and the masses dig in, or it's thrown out in the wind and then nobody thinks about it. You know what I mean? It's all with, you know what I mean? Also, being a part of your authentic self is all who you believe. You know what I mean? You are who you believe. That's just period. You are who you believe. You know what I mean? And as an African American woman, you know what I mean? This part of the time is very critical. And I carry myself as a woman. I want to consider myself as a woman. This is something I picked out in my free stages. Because back in the day, they weren't free. You know what I mean? You couldn't get cute, get the eyelash. I like my eyelashes, girl. You talking about I couldn't get no eyelashes? Back in the day, it wasn't none of that, bros. That's why you gotta understand that the seriousness of, you know what I mean, Black History Month is something to obtain to, something to hereby. No, we're not saying that you gotta go all out your way, but you know what I mean, just within your heart and spirit, and to announce and give some energy. Give some energy. You know, I'm all about y'all learning your authentic self. And as you know, seeing some of my videos, it goes higher and deeper. And you got to understand that energy that you give into is what it is. And we definitely want to give a representation of. So the 1800s is where, you know, most of that came from. And I've learned, you know, a lot of my studyings and different things also through the hand. Everything is definitely given, you know, in my 2 cents in the definite ways. But I learned a little bit of some from Dane Holloway. Yes, that's some of the people I didn't look at. I always want to get representation of, or who I, you know, learned from different knowledges of. But yeah, you know, it is definitely, you know, the 1800s, you know, as that's where that came from. And then John Lynch, he had a whole idea, you know what I mean, and wrote a proposition to Thomas Jefferson, you know what I mean, to let the nigger people, the nigger people, you know what I mean, be shipped out to the different coaches and stuff like that. This is where the whole idea came from, you know what I mean. John Lynch. Sure, Lynch his ass. Sure, that motherfucker. That's the idea what you came up with. You know what I mean? And this is definitely in the history books. Look it up. You know what I mean? And all of us, you know what I mean? Even free Negroes, you know what I mean, were separated, forced to go to the Eastland North American lands where the west of the Mississippi River. Okay, that's definitely some key points of where the whole idea came from with slavery. You know, but back in the day, they even saying that slavery, you know, where we felt that is not listening to our ancestors and where it came from. Yeah, we lost sight of, you know what I mean, blacks on blacks was kind of the, you know what I mean, coming in on each other at the time too. Not dismiss the Underground Railroad, any of that. And also watch Harriet, that movie. Wow. If you don't do nothing for yourself, go see that movie, Harriet. It really explains exactly what was going on back in them days. And that's only, you know, partial. You know what I mean? The history books was giving us all kind of things of what happened. You know what I mean? But that was part of the white primacy to program your mind to that slavery as well. You know what I mean? Our people was the indigenous people. You know what I mean? We knew everything. We knew about sharecrops. We knew about a little bit of everything. And they dismissed us. They dismissed us and definitely shipped us out, you know what I mean, to the, you know, different parts of Mississippi, you know what I mean? And that government, you know, the government at that time, once they shipped us all off, they shipped us all off. And the Homestead Act of 1862, 30 years prior to our ancestors, they stripped our land away. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the cultures, the history, the identities, the resources. All of that was stripped away. You know what I mean? So overall, the government been planning on taking over a long time for now. You know what I mean? They've been doing this a long time. They was utilizing, you know what I mean, our black people as a start of, but you know what I mean? A lot of things happen due to them trying to, gain control. Control and money, power, you know what I mean, is definitely the rule of all evil right now. You know what I mean? And the energy is nuts. And you know what I mean? Black history is something that we need to take heed to. You know what I mean? They did that. They stripped our lands. They stripped us out. They exploited us. And look it up, the history. I can't run it all the way down. I'm not going to be able to tell you all the parts, but that was also a critical point to me for you to be able to look up. A lot of the things that I refer to, go ahead and look it up. Please look it up. Don't you wait on me. You look it up. Look it up for yourself. You know what I mean? Emancipation Proclamation 1863 abolished all forms of slavery. Freed Negroes, freed freemen were upset with the government continued to fight against until a change at that point. You know what I mean? They're upset. They already stripped the land. You know what I mean? Now the government is still trying to take heed. This is all a part of history. Try to take heed. And then, but, also, I always wanted to know. The 40 acres and a mule. I need my 40 acres and a mule. You got me. Yeah, I need my 40 acres and a mule right now. Right now. Yes. After they started slavery, you know what I mean, different acts occurred, wars, you know what I mean, and then, you know what I mean, they wanted to, I'm sorry for that slavery stuff, you know what I mean, and then Homestead Act of 1866 government allowed 40 acres and a mule, which was the catch. You know what I mean? There was a catch. You was able to get your 40 acres and a mule, but our African American people wasn't able to afford the land. Okay? That's the flip side to it. They tricked us. You know what I mean? The 40 acres and a mule. They made it so expensive that we couldn't even afford the land. You know what I mean? So, listen. Black History Month is definitely something, we need to really resonate within ourselves and know, like, hey, this is something important. You know what I mean? We definitely don't want that to definitely reoccur. I wanted to say about some good times that we had though too. You know what I mean? It wasn't all Underground Railroads and all that good stuff. There was a point in time in March 3rd, 1865, Freeman's Saving and Trust Company. Freeman Banks had over 72,000 accounts. It was $52 million estimates, same as $100 billion at the same time. So, I mean, we was popping at one time, too, in that mug, too. You know what I mean? We had banks. We had, electric companies. You know what I mean? We had a lot of stuff popping, dog, And that mean we can do it now. You know what I mean? Even then was changed. Now it's changed. And you know what I mean? It's basically, you have to take heed to what's going on to society. You know what I mean? Give definite representation for everything that has occurred in the past. Shout out to the peoples who had a family member in these times that was part of the Civil War and was part of that hard time for us. You know what I mean? Kudos out to the people, you know what I mean, had the strength and the courage to go out and fight for us and be there for us and definitely know, like, hey, listen, this is not right. At the end of the day, we all bleed the same blood. We all need air. We all need food. You know what I mean? And at this point in time, it's not even about colors anymore. It's about all of us now. You know what I mean? And you know, Black History Month is a time in our history that I'm glad that we was able to get through and be able to make a change and actually come together. You know, that them times was definitely a hard times where people had to come together. They had to leave a lot of things in the hands of God. You know what I mean? They even had to have people, you know what I mean, who had to come together, black, white, purple, green, you know what I mean, all kind of races. And at the end of the day, you know, Black people, please take a stand. This is the, you know, it's just not no time. It's no more excuse like, oh, it's racism, but you can definitely get around it. You know, this is the definite era of time where Black people can thrive. You know what I mean? Our African American women, our men, you know, regardless of what happened, you know what I mean? And definitely, just giving our ancestors who's blood, sweat, and tears, murders to where we had to get to today to be a free people, you know what I mean? Be able to be, you actually learn ourselves and get the choices we need and take the choices we need to be our definite, authentic self. So once again, happy Black History Month to all. Keep your spirits high. Learn yourself. Take the time to look up everything. And once again, we'll see you at a later date.